In part 2 of my Wakayama trip, I'll be checking out the spiritual town of Koya and the spectacular temples. Staying in a 400-year-old ryokan and having the most amazing dinner of my life, so keep watching.
So, just made it to Koyasan. It's a really busy little town. It's quite hard to park, so I've been up and down the town a couple of times trying to find a parking space. Finally got one a little bit out of town, so I'm just walking in now to have a look around. But there's some really cool things to see. Loads of temples and one of the biggest cemeteries in Japan that I'm just walking parallel to at the moment, so we'll go in and have a look. Yeah, about a 25-minute walk into town. Bit annoying, but at least the parking was free.
Koya is a religious town surrounded by 1,000-meter-high mountains. It is home to various temples in Japan's largest ancient graveyard. The sites are fairly spread out, so you should dedicate at least half a day for your visit. All the sites are free to enter, so this is a great excursion if you're on a tight budget. One of the two most prominent buildings of the Gairan is the impressive and huge Koppon Daito Pagoda. Originally built in 819, a 45-meter tall, two-tiered Tahoto-style pagoda. A Buddha stands in the center of the pagoda, surrounded by statues and paintings. The other building is Kondo Hall, a large wooden temple hall where major ceremonies are held. It has burnt down many times over the centuries, and this one dates back to 1932. There are many other temples in the complex to wander around. They're all beautiful, and the early autumn colours of the trees added to their beauty on my visit. The Okunoin Cemetery is mind-blowing in both size and importance. Take in the serene shrines and towering cedar trees as you walk through this spiritual and historic place. Okunoin is the site of the mausoleum of Kobo Daishi, the founder of Shingon Buddhism and one of the most revered persons in the religious history of Japan. Eventually you will make it to the Hall of Lanterns. Torodo Hall, or Hall of Lamps, is Okunoin's main hall for worship and built in front of Kobo Daishi's mausoleum. Inside the hall are more than 10,000 lanterns, which are donated by worshippers and kept eternally lit.
So, day's almost at an end. It's only about 3:30, but the sun's going down already. And it's going to take me about 2 hours to get back to the hotel. So again, prefer not to be driving when it's pitch black. There's no street lamps and stuff once you're out of the towns, apart from in the tunnels. And the roads, as you know, are super windy. Just finished looking around the cemetery and now on my way back to the car, and we'll start the drive home. Little treat time before we start driving back. Slice of banana bread and my favourite, cold coffee in a can. Now earlier, because the road was closed, it sent me this other random way, and there was a viewpoint which I didn't get to stop at on the way, but I stopped on the way back and it's so nice. Look at it.
If you watched part 1 of this guide, you will know I've been staying at the Iruka Onsen Hotel. Driving back, I thought about what wonderful weird food I would be served for dinner. Beef was served sizzling over a small flame. Tempura vegetables and an assortment of pickled radishes accompanied it. This mushroom and fish dish was delicious. I'm afraid the same can't be said for the egg and dried fish. Dessert was fruit and a small cake. The presentation of the entire meal was spectacular. I was up early and checked out of the hotel, as tonight I'll be staying in a 400-year-old ryokan. The great thing about having the car is that you can stop wherever you like and even capture glimpses of the wildlife, like this cute wild boar, desperate to get away from me. Mount Tamaki is one of the highest in Totsukawa, with incredible mountain views and infinite shades of green. It has stunning trails to walk, dotted around are shrines and temples to visit. Kumano Hongu Taisha is a Shinto shrine located in Tanabe, deep in the mountains of Ki Peninsula. It's a World Heritage Site. The main deity enshrined is Kumano Gongen. The shrine was originally located in Oyo-Naihara, about 1 kilometer away. A flood in 1889 destroyed parts of Hongu Taisha, and the remaining parts were moved here. I'll go to the original spot shortly. Just across the road from Kumano Hongu Taisha is the giant torii gate of Onunu Hairi. This gigantic shrine gate marks the original location of the temple before the flood. In fact, it's the biggest shrine gate in the world, at 33 meters tall and 42 meters wide. Pretty impressive. The tiny village of Ruijin was my home for the third night. This is one of many onsen villages that can be found in the area and boasts a natural hot spring. The village sits one side of the Hidaka River with the main road on the other, so it is beautifully quiet to walk around. Its location surrounded by steep tree-clad mountains is gorgeous. The Kamigoten Inn was built in 1657 for Yonoburi Takagawa, a feudal lord of Kinikuni, as a site for bathing and relaxing. The inn has been maintained for 400 years. In 1999, the Japanese government gave the property status of precious cultural heritage. The creaky floorboards remind you of the age of the place. Antiques and artwork adorn the walls in a uniquely Japanese style. Rooms are partitioned by wafer-thin wooden and paper sliding doors. As you can see, the rooms are very traditional and looks like something out of a Kill Bill movie. Dinner, which is included in the price, is served in your room and starts with the host laying out the multiple dishes. Although we couldn't communicate, she was very sweet. There was a descriptive guide to what was being served in English to give you some idea of what you were eating. However, despite the menu card, I was still at a loss as to what most of the dishes were. There was a platter with various unknown delights, lots of fish and vegetables, and tofu. For me, the highlight was these slices of frozen venison meat. and this battered fishball in miso sauce was quite nice too. After dinner, there was time for a quick onsen in the basement of the building. There is an outdoor tub right next to the river, not that you can see it through this darkness. Or an indoor one, which is wooden and reminiscent of a steamy sauna. After a good night's sleep, breakfast arrived in the room. This time, more tofu, veggies, and of course, green tea. Hitting the road, I started my journey back to Osaka, but not before I stopped at the Aragi Island with its famous rice terrace. Its location on land hugged by the meandering river and with mountains in the background is really cool. I love the vibrant green of the paddies and the shimmering water within them. As you can see from the info board, the look of the terraces change depending on season, from completely flooded to white snow of winter. Driving back into Osaka, the towering lush mountains soon give way to urban sprawl. Next time, I'll catch a super fast bullet train from Osaka into the center of Tokyo for one more fun-packed day, including some more temples, the famous Shibuya crossing, and visiting a micro pig cafe to spend some time with these oinkers. So keep watching. Remember to like and subscribe, but until next time, happy travels from the Memory Seekers.